Hey, hi Praful, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello, hi Praful, good
Yeah,
morning.
sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, hi, good morning.
Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Let's just give few
Yeah,
minutes more, okay, to let the folks join. Okay, then we'll be good to
yeah,
start.
sure. What's your name?
My name is Varun. I'll give my
Arun.
introduction. Varun.
Oh, Varun. Okay, sure, Varun.
Just give few minutes more. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, hi Smita. Can you hear me? Is my voice audible to you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Good morning, Smita. Just give few minutes more,
Good
okay,
morning.
to let the
Yeah,
folks join.
sure.
Okay, then we'll be good to start.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think we are on time, guys. Let's get started, right? I hope my voice is audible to everyone. Praful, Smita, Kumar Sagar, right? Is my voice audible to you guys?
Yes.
Perfect. So before starting, let's have a quick introduction, right, from each of us, right? So I'll first introduce myself. So myself, Varun, guys, I have a total of 32 years of experience in this IT sector. Started off my career as an EBS consultant, then gradually progressed to other areas. Currently, I'm working as an VP altogether in one of the US firm. It's been around 14 years which I'm working in Oracle Cloud. Did multiple Oracle Cloud implementation projects, not only cloud implementation, but right explicitly help client on their support. Work for multiple clients, let's say right for semiconductor, power utilities, manufacturing, right, pharmacy, telecommunication, right, multiple domain altogether. I'll be your complete host, right, and your complete trainer for this SCM Cloud batch, right? Before getting started, I would like you guys to also have a quick introduction with me. And today's session will keep it very light, guys, right? I'll basically, right, walk you through, right, what will be the upcoming plan, right? How we'll be studying the things, right? What will be our plan in future? So I'll go line by line. Hey, hi, Praful, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, Varun.
Please
I
go
can
ahead.
hear you.
Please go ahead. Please go
Yeah,
ahead.
let me introduce myself. So I have almost 21 years of Oracle ERP experience. I have started from Oracle D2K, Developer
Okay.
2000 as a developer,
Okay.
and then work on Oracle 10.7, 11i, release 12. And only one project I work on the Fusion, that too
Okay.
in financials upgrade.
Okay. So what's your plan,
Uh,
Praful? Like, are you looking for a job change, or let's say, is there a project coming in your company? What's your plan, right? What's like the
my
reason for having
my
this
plan
code?
is
Yeah.
to change the job and get into Fusion Cloud,
Okay.
SCM Cloud.
Okay. Even I'll help you in that perspective. So we have
Yeah,
multiple
I have
domains with.
experience in order to cash and procure to pay. A lot
Got
of
it.
experience in those two tracks.
Perfect. But I'll suggest you to expand it in multiple areas in manufacturing also, right? At the same time,
Okay,
P2P also, right? So that will help you in the
right.
market, right? To get a good
Correct,
package.
correct. P2P, O2C, and
Correct. So
manufacturing.
right
Yeah.
now, if you see costing is at a very high boom, SCM costing, right? Oracle Fusion
Oh,
costing. So that will
right,
help you
right,
to get a
right,
good package, right? I'll right
right,
help
right.
you in that perspective
So
also.
it's a part of our curriculum.
Course, course. Yes. It's
And
part
how
of our.
about the certification? I would like to do the certification.
Yeah.
So
I'll
what is
help
the
you in that
exam
also.
code for this? So
Correct.
just one exam is
No.
required for all those things or multiple
multiple
exams?
multiple exams are there. Procurement has a separate,
Oh,
order management has a separate, manufacturing has a separate. Even I'll help you in that perspective also, don't worry about it.
okay.
Okay,
Sure. Yeah.
sounds good. Hey,
Thank you.
hi Smita, can you hear me? Perfect, thanks for Prabhu. Hey,
Yeah,
hi
hi,
Smita,
Varun. Good morning. Yeah,
good morning.
hi.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I also have ERP background, EBS. I have started with 11, I then R12. I have worked,
Okay.
but Oracle Fusion I have not worked yet. But I have attended two other courses.
Mhm.
Oracle Fusion and Oracle Oracle Integration Cloud by
Okay.
Prashad. So I
Okay.
just want to explore this area, like functional area, because I was working as techno-functional in Oracle EBS, but I don't have
Mhm.
worked any project in Oracle Fusion.
Okay. Okay.
And as of now, actually, I am not in India. I'm just connecting from Canada due to some personal reason. I am here now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe I will be working here. Here also, I see all like functional people are on high demand as
Mhm.
compared to the
Correct.
technical projects and all.
Correct. Correct.
So I don't know. And when I'll be returning back to India, I hope like I will be working as a functional in
No,
Oracle
correct,
Cloud
correct.
domain.
No, definitely. I'll help you out in your job perspective also. Don't worry. But if you have a good background of EBS OS, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, right? It makes your techno function into the market also, from Fusion perspective also, right? So if you have
Mhm.
done OIC, right now here in my training, you'll cover right specifically, right? Functional also plus technical, SCM functional
Okay.
plus technical. So that will help you in that
Mhm.
perspective. Okay.
Yeah, I also have Oracle Fusion technical course also
Okay.
by
Okay.
Deepak.
Acha,
Mhm.
okay. Here we'll
Mhm.
cover SCM technical, specifically to SCM also. So that also
Okay,
technical will
okay,
cover. Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Good, good. Smita, thanks for sharing the details. Hey, hi Kumar,
Thank
can
you.
you hear me?
Yeah, hi Arun. Good morning.
Good morning, buddy. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Kumar Sagar. I have 7 years experience in supply chain management and procurement.
Okay.
Currently, I'm using for Oracle EBS for end user.
Acha, acha.
So I want to switch for in IT for Oracle Fusion.
Okay, okay, great, great.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
you have already worked in EBS. So what are the modules which you have worked? Like as an end user, what are the modules you were connected to?
That is the PO created GRN
Acha, acha.
calculation. That one.
Got it. Got it.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Great. Great. No, definitely I'll help in that perspective, right? Okay. In job
Yeah,
perspective,
sure.
certification perspective, definitely. Great. Great,
Yeah,
Kumar.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
thank you.
Okay. So before starting, guys, right, couple of points from my end, right? Before how I take my course content, how we proceed with the batches, guys, right? Please feel free in the call. First and foremost thing, guys, please feel free to stop me at any point of time, right? Generally, what I believe is, right, more of the practical thing, guys, right? That means, right, we'll be jumping into the system, seeing the things all together, each and every aspect, right? As a good functional consultant, as a good SCF functional consultant, right, it is very primary for us to know each and everything, right? That's a key point. I'll be very open with you. I'll be very open on this, right? In the market, if you go, right, you'll find thousands of PPTs being available, right? Thousands of SCM PPTs will be available. But the fundamental knowledge, right, the functional knowledge which is there, right, that is something which is lacking altogether, right? This is where, right, when you jump into the system, when you do practicals with me, right, it will help you a lot. Okay. So be very open in the call. It's not like I'm judging everyone who is knowing how much, who is knowing how much, nothing like that, right? Whatever your background is there, right, whatever experience you carry, right, please feel free, right, ask me questions, whether it's related, non-related, it is fine, right? I believe in a more of a collaborative approach, guys, right? Be having a discussion altogether. SCM, if you see, supply chain management is a type of module which is correlated with your real world, guys. Okay. Even if you see a normal shopkeeper in front of you, he also manages the supply chain, correct? He also maintains, right, from which retailer they have to purchase the item, from which dealer they have to get the item. This all things matters a lot, guys. Okay. So supply chain is everywhere, right? So connecting supply chain, right, with your real world example is very critical for us, guys. Okay. Do remember this thing. Why I'm telling this statement is, right, because more you correlate your supply chain with the real world, it becomes easier, right? If you see the other, right, modules of Oracle, right, let's say SCM, human capital management, apart from this, if you see financial, correct, they have a different approach altogether. Human capital management, if you see, every IT company will have a similar human capital management, payroll, right, your specifically job creation, job description, they remain the same altogether. Supply chain is something which changes from, right, industry to industry, correct? That's a key point which is mentioning. Telecommunication will have their own supply chain, right? Pharmaceutical will have their own supply chain, right? Manufacturing will have their own supply chain. And I cannot say that every industry will behave in a similar manner, correct? Every industry will have their own pattern, own expectation which is there, right? Own flow which is there. So getting to the flow, right, is very much important, right? First and foremost thing which I suggest my student is, right, instead of jumping into the cloud also, right, first and important is to know the industry, right? Let's say you're working in a real time project, first understand the industry, how their business process flow is there, right? That will help you a lot. Okay. Secondly, guys, right, as a course of training, we'll be doing the entire, right, entire each and every topic we'll be covering it up, right? please feel free in the call, right? Let's say if you're unable to ask me any question during that time, please feel free, right? After the session also, right? Or let's say next day when we are meeting, right? You can ask me the question at any point of time. Please feel free in that perspective, guys. Okay. Secondly, guys, right? I believe in a practical approach. So daily basis, I'll be giving you some homeworks, right? Also, you will be doing practicals in front of me also. That will help you a lot. I'll bring you a live project example that will help you to gain lot of knowledge, guys. Okay. That will help you to understand the things, right? Because what happens is visual thing is one thing, correct? Seeing the PPT, seeing the system, right? Seeing the how I am doing the things, right? That is one thing. But until unless you practice, right, confidence will not come, guys. Okay. So you'll do practical sessions also me during the course of time, right? I'll be there in the call. You'll be doing the practical in front of me. Having doubt, any issues, right? You can straight away ask me, right? So that will help you in that perspective, guys. Okay. Today's session, we'll keep it very light. We'll understand, right, why SCM Cloud, what is the main perspective of SCM Cloud, right? At the same time, how our course content will be there. Okay. So let's take the training ahead. Okay. So let me pull up my agenda of today's call, right? Give me a minute. I'll just go with the slideshow. Okay. Right. So today, right, if you see ERP, FSA, right, I think most of you are already aware of this wording, right, would be aware about it, but I'll go in a generic manner altogether so that you can easily understand it up, right? What are Fusion Cloud applications which are there, right? As if you see, I mentioned some of the other wordings also. Human capital management, right? Financial, right? These are all the key factors which are there, guys, right? So what are the cloud applications which are there? Within SCM, what are the different modules which are available, right? Which are the modules which are at the very high boom, correct? How the interconnection of the module happen, that also matters a lot, guys, right? How does the supply chain work, right? How different industries are there. We'll take some real-time example industries also, right? And understand how their supply chain works into the mesh system, right? Talking about ERP, right? You would have been already aware about this term, enterprise resource planning, which is there, guys. In, right, if you say before 25 years, 26 years altogether, what used to happen, guys, is, right, there was separate database which were there. Manufacturing was having separate database, financial was having separate database, human resource was having separate database altogether, right? What it used to do is it used to create a lot of chaos actually, right? Now I need a system where multiple interconnection happens, guys. Think from a company. Okay, let's say today me and Praful starts a new company, right? I'm giving a very generic example. What we do is, right, we purchase the item from the supplier, any of the person which is there, right? We purchase the item from them, and we basically, right, send it to the customer which is there. Right now, if you see the kirana shop which you do see in your locality, right, in your, right, particular city, they also works on the same funda, correct? They are someone, right, who purchase the item from any external retailer or supplier, right, and distribute into the market. Take an example, more example. If you see today, if you guys, right, plan to purchase a new car, correct? What happens is you ideally do not purchase it from actual manufacturer. You purchase it from a dealer which is there, whichever city if you pick of India, right? Even outside India also, right? You see this, right? Tata Motors will be written beside that, right? Specific dealer name will be written. What is happening? Because Tata manufacturing happens, they manufacture multiple car, but actually you're purchasing the car from the dealers which are there. Many times you would have seen this statement in front of you. So right now the car is not available, right? But after 1 month or 1.5 months, right, we'll get the car for you. What is happening? Because dealer does not have a car in front of them, guys. Okay. Other example, if I give you Chroma, right? You would have heard about them. Reliance Digital, Chroma, Vijaya Sales, right? DMart, right? Very popular terms altogether. What
Yes,
happened?
yes.
What are they? Correct. If you see, DMart is nothing but a warehouse which is there. Today I want to purchase Limca, right? I want to purchase Mirinda, I want to purchase Pepsi, correct? I can directly go to Pepsi company also and they can give me Pepsi bottle, correct? If you see why we prefer to go to DMart, we prefer to going to this type of shops altogether, because I get variety, correct? In a same warehouse, right? I'm getting all this thing, guys. So if you see, they are also maintaining a supply chain, right? In your enterprise resource planning, what happens is, right, multiple systems, right, can be managed. Even if you see your IT company also, they also manage an ERP. In your IT company, finance department is there, HR department is there, correct? At the same time, right, there will be some logistic department, correct? There will be some team which will be there who will be managing, right, your sofas, your seats which are there in your office,
Purchasing.
correct? Correct, perfect, right? So all these departments are there. So every company, if you pick, right, they do require ERP altogether, right? A resource planning is required altogether, right? Take an example. We guys open a company, okay? Let me give you an example, right? and let's discuss this further ahead. Okay, and please feel free, guys. Okay, if you have any doubt, any question, please feel free to ask me. Okay, let's say we guys open a DMart shop. Okay, just to the similar one which is there, right? We call it as Varun DMart. Okay, just an example I'm taking. Okay, now what happens is, right, I have multiple departments which are there. Let's say I have one clothing department. Okay, right, just a minute, guys. Okay, I have one clothing department, right? Similarly, I have fruits and vegetable departments, right? At the same time, right, let's say I have electronic department, right? Right. Similarly, I have groceries department. Okay, right. When I say department, what does it mean? Is right, specifically, right, individually, right. I have sections which are there. If you visit a DMart, right, what happens is there are sections which are there. Not only DMart, Big Bazaar. If you visit, what happens is they have section. In one section, what will be happening, guys, is specifically, right, electronic items will be there. In one section, fruits and vegetable will be sold, right. In one section, clothing items will be there. T-shirt, jeans, caps, this will be there. Other places, groceries item will be there. What I do is, right, you guys are there, right? So I distribute within the team. Clothing department will be taken care by Geeta, correct? Fruits and vegetable department will be taken care by, let's, Kumar, right? Electronic department is taken care by Praful. What I'm doing is, right, I've taken heads. Okay, you will be handling this department, you will be handling this department, this person will be handling this department individually. Now, what happens, guys, is sales of each and every department differs altogether, right? Now, in this particular location, right, where Varun DMart is there, I'll be purchasing the item from somewhere, right, and sending it to my customer altogether, right? So there will be some retailers, dealers, which will be there, guys, right? Why I'm giving this example to you, right? Even I'm managing a supply chain, right? I'm doing an activity, I'm managing the supply chain into the market, right? So even I will have my HR department, I will have my finance department. Okay, monthly I'll be calculating how much my balance is there, how much profit I make, right? So what I need is, I need a system where I can basically, right, preserve this detail, right, and I can review it up. Think over it. Many times would have visited DMart. There will be one person with pen and paper. He'll be counting the item. What is happening? Counting of the stock happens, right? It's not like that DMart will just order the item from multiple supplier, keep it the item in their place. No, it does not happen that way. They maintain the stock. Even your normal shopkeeper also, guys, right, he also maintains the stock. Reason behind is, right, take an example. I open a shop today, right, a very generic example. I'll just, right, push the pizza packets, or let's say, right, chips packet into my shop. No, that's not the correct activity, guys, right? What I will make sure is I maintain the item. I will understand, okay, what are my consumer asking from me. Let's say I open a shop in a locality where people are purchasing lot of, right, let's say, milk packets from me, right? So I'll make sure that, okay, I have a good production of milk packets, right? See this, right? So this ideology of a shopkeeper matters a lot, guys, right? Generally, if you would have seen, right, people maintain the shop also, they maintain where to have the shop also. That also matters a lot. Will I get that much profit or not? So if you see, these are all correlated to your supply chain. I'll give you more example, right? Right, let's understand this. Cadbury, right? We recently did a project for them. Let's understand their resource planning. Okay, if you see, Cadbury is basically, right, into manufacturing. They produce multiple types of chocolates, right? You would have heard about gems, right? Your dairy milk, right? At the same time, your perk, right? These are all products of Cadbury. Okay, let me write it down, right? Gems, perk, dairy milk, right? Right, at the same time, they have other things also, right? Munch, right? Right. Now, what happens, guys, is specifically, right, this is a company which not Munch is actually Nestle product, right? Sorry, yeah, Dairy Milk, Perk, Gems, right? 5 stars. Sorry, I was just forgetting the name. 5 star, right? Cadbury, if you see, right, it completely works on splitting and merging concept, guys. Okay, I'll explain you. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, what is the splitting and merging concept, right? Let's understand this thing. Okay, you would have seen during festive season, right? Cadbury comes with a concept which is known as your celebration box, right? In TV also, you would have seen multiple ads, right, which are there of celebration box, correct? Right? What these guys do basically, right, in celebration boxes, right, they combine multiple chocolate. My spelling might be wrong, guys. I'll just correct it up, right? In your celebration box, what they do is they multiple chocolates which are there, they combine it up, right? If you see today in the market, if I go, I can purchase gems individually also, perk individually also, dairy milk individually also, 5-star individually also. Dairy milk is also of multiple type, guys, which is there, right? Your fruit and nut is there, silk is there, multiple types of dairy milk comes into the market, correct? What these guys do in a celebration box is they combine multiple chocolates, right, and basically, right, combine them in a form of a box and sell it into the market. You would have seen during festive season when there's Diwali, Rakhi, this guys comes with a celebration box which is there, right, and they distribute into the market. Okay, now take an example, just an example, right? Say the company manufactured around, right, let's say 20,000 boxes. Okay, just an example I'm giving, guys. Obviously the count will be much higher in this perspective. Okay, they manufacture around 20,000 boxes. Okay, what they found out is out of this 20,000, 15,000 box got sold. That means 15,000 box got sold. Okay, how much is remaining? 5,000. Now imagine yourself as the owner of the company. Think in your perspective, right? What you will do? What will be you doing for this 5,000 boxes? I'll take a call from everyone, guys. I'll reiterate my example. Okay, what is happening is this company has manufactured 20,000 boxes of celebration box. Okay, out of this 20,000, right, 15,000 were sold, right, they were completely sold to the customers, right, 5,000 are unsold. Think from the Cadbury point of view, what will you guys do, right? I'll go line by line. Praful, what's your answer? What do you suggest? What will the company do in this situation?
Yeah, they will reach out to distributors
Correct.
as well as retailers
Agree, that's one
to
of the
see
answer.
if, yeah, to
Right.
see if they're interested to buy this
Correct, that's
boxes.
absolutely perfect, right?
Yeah.
Geeta, what do you suggest?
Or they
Go
will
ahead.
give some discounts and
That's correct.
some offers too. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely correct. That's a correct answer. Geeta, what do you suggest? What do you think? What will company do? Geeta, can you hear me? Oh, I think she's on mute. No worries, right? Kumar, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, same as it is that you can give the offers and discounts for buy one
Correct,
get one. That
correct. Perfect. That's one of the answer, right? Smita, what do you think? What will company do from your perspective? Right? Just give it a shot, guys. We are just having a shot. Go ahead, go ahead. Yes, Smita, you're saying something? I think I lost your voice.
Yeah, what happened?
Sorry?
Because 5,000 boxes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, the 5,000 boxes we could not sold.
Uh-huh.
So maybe we can like take out the different items from the box and sell
Correct.
them separately. Like
Exactly. Correct. Perfect. That's what I was waiting, guys. Right. So that's a correct answer. That's where, if you see, right, I mentioned a wording splitting and merging, which is a concept altogether, guys. Right. So what Cadbury works into the market is all the answer are correct, right? If you see the answer which is given by Kumar, right, the answer which is given by Praful, that is also absolutely correct, right? Company does this activity, right? They will basically distribute the items into the market, guys, right? They will basically try to find more distributors, right? They will try to find more and more, right, let's say discount they can give it up. That's a correct answer, absolutely correct answer. But what this company do is they completely work on splitting and merging lot, guys. What these guys do is they sell gems, perks, dairy milk, 5-star individually into the market also. Whenever the festive season come, they will combine this particular chocolates in a box, right, and they will sell the box into the market. Let's say one box might be of 200 rupees, one box might be of 300 rupees, right, depending upon the chocolate which is there in that box. And then what will these guys do is, let's say after festive season is over and they have some stock available, they will redistribute the chocolate into the market. So what they do, initially they merge the chocolate and after that they split the chocolate in together. Now question arises, will there be some loss to a company? Yes, definitely there will be some loss to the company. What is this loss? This loss is nothing but the packaging loss which is there, right? The package which has been, right, created altogether, the packets which is there, right, the packaging which was done, that will be a loss. But that is a bearable altogether for a company because that's not a heavy loss. Question might be arising in your mind, why this guy is explaining this example to us. We already are aware about it, we see this, we have been using SCM altogether, right? Why I'm giving this example to you guys is because every industry behaves in a different manner, guys. If you see, right, we did a project for them, Cadbury, recently, cloud implementation project. Their cycle of implementation was similar to based on this concept which is there. Okay, splitting and merging. So they had work orders which were getting created, right? Their sales order used to get split all together. Merging used to happen all together. So understanding a company becomes very much important, guys. This is where, right, your things gets expanded. SCM is a type of module, guys, which interacts with multiple modules. Finance also, human capital management also, right? Supply chain is the backbone of the industry, guys, right? If you see, I'm not against any module. That's not the case, guys. But what happens is finance and your corresponding specifically human capital management. Many industries, if you go right, will be very much similar. But what happens in supply chain perspective, guys, is every industry to industry supply chain changes. Let's say two manufacturing companies are also there, right? Their supply chain will be very different altogether, right? These are some of the key points which are there, guys. Okay. Now, if you go ahead, right, see this, right? If you see in my example here, what I represent different sections which are there: finance, human resources, logistic, which is there. ERP helps me to have a centralized server which is there, where all this activity can be correlated easily, right? And it basically helps me to have my core business process being carried out in a fundamental manner. Okay, do remember this thing. Talking about the products of Oracle Cloud, guys, right? Let me go with the slideshow. Just give me a minute. If you see in front of you, right, these are the different products of Oracle Cloud which is there. You have Oracle Financial Management, Human Capital Management, Supply Chain Management, Procurement, Portfolio Management, CRM, which is there, guys, right? Multiple cloud applications which are there, right? In our section, what resides is your entire Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management, which include product management, right? Entirely, right? Your specifically procurement altogether, right? Specifically, right? Your cost management, manufacturing, everything will come into practice, right? Do remember, guys, right? This is just a product names which are there, guys, right? This has some details also, subsections also which are there, which we'll be studying during the course of time, right? Ideally, if you,
Varun, I
yeah,
have a
go ahead, go ahead.
question.
Yeah, go ahead, Praful, go
So
ahead.
here in this course, we'll be covering Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management as well as Oracle Fusion Procurement, right?
Not only this, I'll tell you more things. We'll be covering it. I'll come to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to that. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes, Smita, you're saying something?
Yeah, I have worked in the manufacturing company, and there was BOM and
Yeah, yeah.
work
That
in
comes under
progress, WIP.
that comes under
These
in
are
your, yeah, that comes under your product master data management. Your BOM,
okay.
completely bill of material, right? That all comes into
Mhm.
practice, right? Right.
Okay, okay.
Uh, no worries there. So do remember, guys, this is just a cloud applications name which have been in perspective in front of you, right? See this, right? If I say cost management, it's not like that cost management is just a single topic. No, it has subtopics which is there. If you talk about procurement, procurement is not a single topic. It has sub modules which are there. Purchasing is there, sourcing is there, contract is there, right? Supplier portal is there, right? You'll study all these things with me, guys. Okay, don't worry about it. Now let me write the modules in front of us, right? How our flow and how our training flow will be there in the module perspective. Okay. First and foremost thing, guys, right? Today is basically our more of an introductory session. We are discussing how the course content will be there, how we'll be taking the training ahead. Okay. First and foremost thing, let me write everything in front of you. Tomorrow onwards, basically, right? We'll be first starting with the navigation, okay, in Oracle Fusion Cloud. Okay. Today also we'll start to jump a little bit. Okay. I'm writing the course content in front of you guys. Which module will be covering first, then second, then third, right? How our course content will be there, right? First and foremost thing, we'll be starting with the navigation in the cloud application, right? Understanding each and every button, understanding each and every field, guys. Why it is important is, let's say today if I ask you about WhatsApp, right? You know each and everything. Today if I ask you set your profile picture, you know that, right? Because you have navigated in WhatsApp a lot, right? You have been navigating from past 15 years, 16 years altogether into that. You have been using that phone, right? You're using that application. So getting into the application, understanding each and every button is very much important. Today, if I ask you to send me a mail through Gmail, you can immediately send it to me, right? Because you know the navigation, you know, okay, where what is residing, how to compose a mail. So getting into the navigation is important thing, guys, right? Getting okay, where what is residing, where I have to go to do the setup, right? Where is the configuration residing becomes the key point, guys, right? We'll go step by step. Okay. So how the cloud application looks like, what is the navigation? Okay. This everything will be covering it up, guys. Okay. That's first thing. After that, the most important thing, the topic which we start is your security console, guys. Okay. Now, what is this security console, guys? Is this is nothing but how you manage your application. Right now, if you see, when you guys are using WhatsApp, right, you do not have an administrative access for, right? You basically are a user of that application. Take an example. We 7 people are there in one project. I want to give procurement access to Santosh. Okay. I want to give, let's say, order management access to Praful, right? I want to give manufacturing access to specifically, let's say, to Kumar. So what I'm doing is I'm managing the access. Take an example. Within a company also, this access management is very much important. Right now, you guys do not have an access of payroll management in your IT company, correct? You do not have an access to that. You guys might not have an access to the financial growth, right, or the financial budget of the company. No, right? That is restricted. So within a company also, who will get what access becomes a very important key, guys, right? This is something which is controlled by your security console, guys, right? This is something, right, which security console completes, right? Who will get what access? Do remember, there are two types of access. One is your functionality access, who can access the functionality. At the same time, right, you have data access, which is there. If you see, right, this term is something which you would be aware about it. RBAC, okay, RBDC, okay, right, which we call it as, let me write it down in front of you, role based data access. Okay. Now, when I say data access, guys, what does it mean is, take an example. I give Santosh and Praful an access of procurement. Okay. Both of guys have the access of procurement module. But within procurement module, I want to segregate. Let's say, right, Praful should get only the access to China units, which is there, right? Only to the China organization, which is there. Santosh should get only access to, let's say, Indian unit, which is there. So within a module also, I'm segregating the things, guys. This is somewhere, right, which becomes very much important, right? Where your role base is basically controlling the data access within the application, right? So how and whom you will give the access is something which is your client decision, not my decision, guys. It's a client decision. But how do you segregate this thing? This becomes very much important, guys. Okay. So this entire things will be covering in your security console, guys. Okay. Second point, do remember, guys, if I'm writing the topic here, does not mean one topic one day. No, that's not the case, guys. Okay. It might happen that security console might take us 2 days, 3 days, right? So there's no dependency on this. Okay. Right. After your security console, we'll start with the easiest topic. That's your value set, DFF, and lookup. The EBS folks might be already aware about it. Even Smita, you will be aware about it. You would have used it in your integration a lot, right? DFF, lookup, which is there, correct? What is this, right? You're saying something, Smita?
No, no. I'm saying yes, I have used.
Correct, right. So what happens, guys, is, right, what is this value set, DFF, lookup, which is there, guys, right? Any project, if you go, right, there will be a requirement of creating custom field, right? If you see in a form of an LOV, checkbox, radio button, right, drop down, right? Any project, if you go, right, there is a requirement of this, right? Let's say I'm working with the clothing industry. They might say that I need a field on purchase order page, and they want to name it as type of cloth. Okay, just an example. Let me write it down in front of you. Okay, let's say I'm working with the clothing industry. They want a field known as type of cloth. Okay, within which what will happen is three values should be there: jeans, caps, t-shirt. If you see, this is a drop down. Okay, right? So it's a custom requirement. When I say custom requirement, what does it means is, if you see, this is only specific to clothing industry, not for every industry, right? So how do you prepare a custom field? How do you prepare your own field into Oracle Fusion? This is something which is done by your value set, DFF, and lookup. Very critical, very important topic which is there, guys. Okay, so do remember, I'm just giving you a hint of it today, right? Okay, what is about to come, right? How we'll be having our course content, and we'll do a deep dive into this, guys. How to create radio button, how to create checkbox, how to create your other fields which is there, guys. We'll discuss them thoroughly, don't worry about it. Okay, after your value set and DFF, guys, okay, we'll start with the next topic, which is your enterprise structure, guys. Okay, ideally, I call this as your heart of your training, guys. This is the most and the most critical aspect of everything, guys. What is enterprise structure is how you formulate any of your industry into Oracle Cloud. Tomorrow, let's say Tata Motor is coming to me for a project. How I basically formulate them into Oracle Fusion, guys. How your enterprise structure, how your organization structure gets created into Oracle Fusion. That's the most important key, guys. Always remember, this is your big backbone of your training, guys. More and more importantly, your enterprise structure is stronger, your base is stronger, modules will become easier, guys, right? So as you basically go ahead with me the training, right, make sure your enterprise structure is the most strongest thing which you have, guys. Okay, do remember this thing. That's a critical aspect which is there. Okay, See this, every industry is different, right? Every industry perspective is very much different, how they carry out the supply chain cycle, right? So your enterprise structure is the first key which is there, guys. So for all the folks which are there, here is the place where you'll create your division, subgroups, sub companies which are there, business unit, operating unit, warehouses, organization, sub inventory, locator, everything will be getting created. Do remember, we'll go with an right overall 360 angle. So we'll create chart of account also, primary ledger, secondary ledger, everything will be covering in this, guys, right? Chart of account sheet, right? How your primary legal entity creation happens, right? Let me give you an example. If you see your IT company Deloitte, right, that also has multiple division which is there. Just go to the market, right? Just Google out Deloitte. They have three legal entity which is there: Deloitte USI, Deloitte US, Deloitte India, which is there, guys. TCS also follows the same concept, which is there. So how you formulate a company which is there? Let's say a Tata Group is coming for me for a project. If you see, Tata Group has multiple companies which are there: TCS, Tata Steel, Tata Automobile, right? So how do you formulate them into Oracle Cloud is something which is done into your enterprise structure, guys. Okay. After your enterprise structure, we'll be starting with our first module, which is there, guys. That is your Oracle Fusion Inventory Management, guys. Do remember, guys, if I write inventory management, if I write item management, if I write product management, this is one and the same thing, guys. Okay. Here we'll be covering everything. It's not only about item creation, that's not the only concept, guys, which is there, but how you manage your item, how you maintain your item which is there, right? Any of the item which is there, guys, right? Lakhs of items might be there, how you upload them, how you migrate them all together into Oracle Fusion, right? That becomes very much important. Here we'll cover everything: your cycle counting, your material transactions which are there, right? How you transact your material from one organization to other organization, how your shipping of material happens, right? Everything will be getting covered. Also, new concept of Oracle Fusion also you'll study with me: concept design, right? If you would have seen the pictures which are there, right? Movie you would have seen. Now they show you 3D visualization of an item. That's also possible in Oracle Cloud, guys. Okay. How do you do this? Through AI, right? That has been done by Oracle, right? That also you'll see with me. New features, product management, right, which has been introduced by Oracle, right? ECO, right? Bomb features which are there, right? These are very much important, guys. So always remember, inventory management is not only about item creation, it is also about managing an item, right? So if you see I'm writing the heading, it does not mean inventory management is of one day, no, right? It will take around 10 to 15 lectures for us for inventory management, okay? Because it's a very heavy topic, right? Why we teach inventory management first, guys, is reason is inventory management is your base, okay? Because inventory is related to every module. Procurement, if you see, right? Purchasing, if you see, right? If you see order management, everywhere inventory will be required, right? So that's also the strongest area, guys, which is there. Okay. Post your
This will be in the
inventory.
depth, right?
Sorry, come again, Praful.
This will be in the depth
Yeah,
teaching,
yeah,
right?
definitely. Everything will be covering, right? Material transaction, right? Everything will be seen,
Okay.
right? Cycle
Product
counting,
data hub.
everything
Okay.
will be covered. PDH, everything will come into practice. Don't worry, right?
Okay. How about the integrations?
Yeah, that also will cover. Don't worry, right?
Okay.
Everything. When I say
Okay.
it, I'm just writing the heading in front of you.
Got
Everything
it.
will cover. Everything will cover.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Post this, guys, right? We'll see Oracle Fusion, right? Next module, that is the area of P2P, right? Procurement. Okay. Now, when I write procurement, guys, what does it mean is, right? Everything: your sourcing, your negotiation, right? Your purchase order, requisition, agreement, your self-service procurement, right? At the same time, how your CMK cycle, collaboration messaging framework, right? Buyer setups, your supplier setup, how the entire P2P cycle of procure to pay works in Oracle Fusion. Everything we will be covering it up. Also, do remember, guys, if I write procurement, it will cover your new modules also: supplier qualification management, right? Very much high at the boom right now, right? New module of Oracle, right? Introduced in 2020, correct? Everything will be covering it up into this. So your entire P2P cycle, starting from your, right, specifically agreement creation, going till your approval management, going till your procurement contract, everything will be covering it up, guys. Okay. After this, guys, we'll be starting with our Oracle Fusion order management. Okay, your O2C cycle, which is there, guys. Okay. So here we will cover entire thing, guys, right? Related to your order to cash cycle, your sales order. How do you create sales order in Oracle Fusion? Different types of sales order: dropship sales order, back-to-back order, IRISO order, right? I'm just giving the terms in front of you, guys. Okay, don't worry, right? We'll study them into the depth. Okay. Post this, we'll be starting with our Oracle Fusion manufacturing module. Okay. Reason of giving you this drill down, guys, in front of you is because it will help you. Okay, this will basically try generalize, okay, when what topic is getting about to get started, right? What will be the flow of our training? Okay, now when I write manufacturing, guys, this will cover everything, process manufacturing as well as your flow manufacturing, guys. Okay, now why manufacturing is important? Because, right, the manufacturing companies which are there, how they do the manufacturing, how the manufacturing cycle works into Oracle Fusion, that becomes very much important. So here all your work order creation, work execution will come into practice, guys. Okay, that is something which you'll see with me moving ahead. After this, we'll be starting with our maintenance management module. Okay, also do remember, guys, here if you see, if I write manufacturing, that will also cover your costing module. Okay, how the costing cycle works in Oracle Fusion. Okay, also, guys, do remember, right, after manufacturing, we'll be starting with our, right, maintenance management. Okay, now this module is also at a very high boom right now in the market, guys. People get a good amount of package, right? I think just 2 batches back we had a person, right, he did a training with us, right? He has got 21 lakh package altogether from KPMG, right, through Oracle OPM altogether, completely through your OMM which is there. So this type of modules, the new modules which are there, guys, right, have a good depth on them, guys. Okay, because it will throw you as a very good consultant into the market, right, and help you to shine in that perspective. Okay, so costing, pricing, maintenance management, these are at a very high boom into the market right now. I'll discuss about the market strategy, right? What is there in the market, how the job opportunities are there. I'll come to that also, guys. Don't worry. Okay.
So maintenance management means it will cover repair also,
Exactly. Perfect. How you repair it,
repair
everything.
and overall MRO
Correct.
model, right? It is
MRO
actually.
model. Absolutely. That's correct.
Oh,
Not
okay.
only MRO
Material
model.
repair.
Even Oracle has
Okay.
a concept of MPP model, which is there, guys, right? Partial
Okay.
repair, partial new product, which is there, right? That also there.
Okay.
I'll to the all the folks which are there, I'll give you example, right? Let's say a
Okay.
mall got constructed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
construction of the mall is there, right? Everything is there, right? If you see, whenever you visit a mall after it is constructed, right, you will see some people which are there who will be maintaining the elevators, will be cleaning the rooms which are there, right, who will be cleaning the classes which is there. What companies do is they hire a third party company, right, to maintain this all the items which are there, elevator, everything, right? So how you maintain the asset, how you maintain an item becomes very much important, guys, right? Do remember, maintenance activity, right, is something which is correlated with your manufacturing. Okay, so how your maintenance management work, that also becomes critical, guys. Okay, after our maintenance management, guys, we'll be starting with that technical training. Okay, in this, right, in your technical training, right, what we'll be covering is first and foremost thing, your reports which are there. Okay, how do you basically create reports into Oracle Fusion? Different types of reports, OTBI reports, BI reports, right? Reporting is very important, guys. Reason is, any company if you pick, they do prepare reports, Excel format, PDF format, they have their own template which is there. Today if you see, right, when you order something on Swiggy, correct, after the order is delivered, you get an invoice which is there. They have a format how their invoice look like. See, this Praful also orders from same food, right? I also order from same place, right? Our invoice will be different, but the structure of the invoice will remain the same. If you see, right, some of the folks might have loan which would have been taken. So if you see, there's a format which is there, the banking loan, right, the particular documents which is there. So how do you prepare this into Oracle Fusion? This is something which is done by a report builder. Okay, in EBS you used to have form builder, right? Here what happens is there's no form concept because this is your web application. How your report builder works, that is something which is important, guys. Okay, how your report creation works into Fusion. Post this, we'll be starting with our all the upload functionality, guys. Okay, manual creation is one thing, guys, but how do you upload everything? How do you upload your file? How do you upload your, right, let's take an example, items? How do you upload your orders which are there? How do you upload your agreements, right? How the upload functionality, right, how it works. If you see, in EBS we used to have a concept of data loader which was there, guys, right? Data loader is there in Fusion also, right? But in our module supply chain management, it is more about FBDI which is there, guys. Okay, what is FBDI? FBDI is nothing but file based data import process which is there, guys. Okay, I'll explain, you don't worry about it, right? This is nothing but a capability which allows you to import the file into the system, right? So how our upload works, that becomes critical, right? That becomes important. After that, we'll be studying with our, right, customization, guys. Okay, how the customization process work, how you can change your page according to your requirement, how your personalization and customization works, guys, right? Let's say one of my client is saying I want coloring here, right? This field should appear here, right? How you can change the orientation of the page, guys. Okay, that everything will be covering it up. Okay, so your personalization will come into practice, guys. Okay, that also will cover thoroughly, right? Very importantly, your migration. Okay, let's say your current client is using SAP or any of the ERP which is there. He's into EBS R12 11i which is there, guys. Okay, how do you help them to migrate to Oracle Fusion, right? How your migration process work? Do remember, right? Data migration is one thing, setup migration is other thing which is there. So how your migration works into the project, right? That becomes very much important. Okay, and we'll cover this thoroughly all together. Okay, so this will be a course content which will be there, guys, right? And if you see, I've just written headings in front of you. Also, as I told earlier, it's not like one topic, one day, nothing like that, right? Procurement is very big module altogether, right? It takes around 9 to 10 lectures for us to cover it up, right? So there's no dependency, there's no limitation, guys, to me, okay, that I have to cover the training into this many days. No, right? It continues, right? For us, the most important thing is, right, your knowledge should get increased, right? Having doubt, having question, please feel free. Okay, right? Anywhere you have any doubt, any question, please feel free. For us, right, your knowledge, your understanding, that matters a lot, guys. Okay, so that's a key factor which is there, guys. Okay, if you see, right, couple of more points which I'll discuss in front of you, right? How will you be working into the market, guys? Okay, see this, right? There are many clients which are there, okay, who use supply chain. Ideally, if you see, every manufacturing, heavy semiconductor industry, right, which are there, as a supply chain, right, consultant which is there, what will be your activity altogether, right? There are many companies which owns the product. Oracle has their product, SAP has their product, right? PeopleSoft has their own supply chain product which is there, guys, right? So what this happens is, right, there are multiple consultants who basically help them to, right, migrate this project into, right, Oracle cloud, right? At the same time, have this activity been completely carried out. So there are many consultancy firms which are there. You would have heard about them. Deloitte is there, Accenture is there, Infosys is there, right? They help actually into the market to carry out this complete implementation, guys. This is where, right, the wording implementation comes into practice, guys. Now, question might be arising in your mind: does Oracle does not have their own implementation team? They have it up, right? But their implementation team is not that much powerful, guys, to be very open with you, right? That's why there's consultancy teams which are there, guys. Deloitte, Accenture, Infosys, right? TCS, PwC, they come into picture, guys, right? If you see at the right hand side, Tata Motors, Amran, VideoJet, these are the real time projects which I have written, guys, right? Which we have done during the course of years also. Many projects we have done, right? I've just written in front of you. So it's not like only one of the industry I'll be targeting it up. I'll target multiple industry, not only, right, specifically manufacturing. We'll cover pharmacy also, telecommunication also, right? At the same time, we will be also covering up specifically, right, your power utilities, right? That also becomes very much important. Different types, right? Even your hospital industries, how they work, right? So having this domain knowledge of multiple industry will help you into the market, guys. Okay, because how pharmaceutical work is quite different, guys. How a telecommunication industry work, that is quite different. Okay, having multiple industry experience will help you a lot, guys, in that perspective. Okay, right now the corresponding topics which I have written in front of you are available in this slide also. How you do your complete supply chain, procurement, planning, distribution, right? Specifically logistic, how that comes into practice, right, is very much important. If you see why I place generally this slide is, reason is, if you see, just forget about this wording procurement, order management. Think of a very real time example in front of you, guys. Okay, let's say we are an owner of cars which are there, right? We basically manufacture the car, right, and basically distribute into the market. Okay, now let's take an example. Okay, we are a, right, complete manufacturing company, just an example altogether. Okay, think over it, right? Now today we are 7 members at the board of directors which are there. What we are planning is, let's manufacture a new car. Okay, so what will happen first, guys, is a design of the car will be prepared, right? See this, my step, minor step I'm going. Design of the car will be prepared. Tomorrow, let's say, right, Tata is planning to, right, manufacture a different type of car. what will happen is first the design of the car will be prepared, guys. Correct? There'll be design management team. Earlier this activity used to go on pencil and write drawing altogether. Now if you see AutoCAD, many tools are available where you can do 3D visualization of the car, whether it be an SUV car, whether it will be like let's say hatchback car, how it will look like. What will happen is a design will be finalized altogether, right? Then what will happen is car will go to a pre-production stage. Okay, I'm telling you a real-time example, guys. Pre-production stage. What is this pre-production stage, guys? Is right pre-manufacturing. Many times you would have seen whenever you go to any car showroom, right, you will be seeing that they will play a video in front of you trying to show you the build quality of the car. They'll try to show you a car is getting banged into the wall, right? See the build quality, sir, see our tire suspension. They will prepare some beautiful videos in front of you. What is happening? Analysis has been done altogether. Then what happens is, right, companies start to procure the item, purchase the item. See this, right, in your in your car manufacturing, tires are not manufactured by Tata. See this, let's say if you purchase Tata car, tires are of Seat company or MRF company, which is there, right? Engine is of a different company altogether, right? So this is where your procurement comes into practice, right? So what happens is marketing, right? Planning, scheduling, distribution, right? And after distributing into the market, what profit is there? So if you see, supply chain is something which cover different aspect, guys, right? It's not only okay, procurement done, I'm done. No, not like that, guys. Analysis, management, logistic, right? Planning is also very much important. It's not like that car manufactured, okay, let's distribute into the market. No, right? There is a planning or a financial team which said, right, which we call it as pricing strategy team in any of the industry, which understand, okay, this type of car, what should be the price which should be there into the market? What is the correct expectation which is there? Tomorrow Tata is launching their new car, or let's say Hyundai is launching their new car. It's just like that, okay, just keep it as 10 lakhs and distribute it up. No, they will study the market. They will understand, okay, who are their competitors which are there, what is the correct price which is there. That's the reason you generally see this type of company comes with the concept of, right, in the year end which is there, generally in the year end, because they do come in a festive season altogether, right? That's their concept which is there. Also, guys, if you see, right, your bigger player, Amazon, Flipkart, right, you would have heard about big billion sale. Correct? Your corresponding Amazon sale which comes into practice, guys. If you see, there also supply chain is involved. I'll tell you an example. What happens in your big billion sale, guys, right? Your products are being sold at a very cheap rate altogether. Do you think that companies for you making the profit? No, that's not the case, guys. What happens is Amazon checks their inventory, right? Or Flipkart checks their inventory. If you see headphones which are there, guys, right, thousands of headphones are available with them. So what they check is, okay, from 5 to 6 years, which are the items which are in their inventory or warehouse from a longer time period. So what they do is they try to clear their stock, right? This is basically in cloud terminology, I'll call you it as your physical inventory counting which is there. So they count the material, right, for the first perspective year, right, that specific year, and they try to sell that item at a very cheap rate into the market, so that they are clearing the stock. They are not making your benefit, actually. They are just clearing the stock. See the product quality which you get in your big minion sale, right, or your festive sale which is there, it's not that good, actually. This is their concept. They are clearing the stock. They are not there, right, to just help others. They are making money out of it, right? Why I'm giving this example to you guys, for your big minion sale, right, companies prepare beforehand itself. Let's say, just an example, Flipkart comes twice a year, right, with the big minion sale. Amazon does it once a year. What they do, they prepare it beforehand itself. Okay, during the big minion sale, this will be the item which will be selling into the market, right? And they come with a very cheap rate altogether, right? So this happens, actually. This is something which is very common ideology. Okay, as I told, right, specifically, this is something which we have discussed today, right? How, what modules will be covering it up, everything, right? I was telling about, right, how the job opportunities are there into the market. Okay, this is also something which you should be aware about it. Just a minute, right? So SCM is at a boom, guys, very high boom, which is there. Now it's a correct time to, right, basically have a good understanding of this modules, right, and to jump into the market. You'll get very good package altogether. I'll tell you, I think 2 batches back, we had one guy. right? He was working in the Pepsi industry at the ground level, right? He was working in the warehouse altogether. Currently he's working in KPMG. He did training with us. He's currently working in KPMG. Yes, right, this completely matters how your interview goes, how the things gets carried forward, but I'll help you in that perspective, guys. Specifically talking about, right, supply chain, if you see, even we have, right, around, right, a good amount of 5,000 opportunities which are available, right, in the market. We have multiple collection. Me and Prasad have multiple connection with multiple companies, right? SCM is something, guys, because if you see, it is very vast if you compare it with finance and human capital management, right? SCM is something, if you see, many things, many modules are there, correct? But which is the correct module, right? Which is your perspective, your interest module matters a lot, guys. Okay, I have seen what folks do is to just to make their resume very heavy, right? They type every module. I know procurement also, order management also, manufacturing also. No, do not do that activity, guys. When you go to the market for the interviews, right, at least 2 or 3 modules, that is more than enough. Okay, if you do training with us, we teach you every module, right? I'll be very open with you here. We will teach you each and every module, right? But when you go to interviews, guys, right, just pick 2 and 3 modules. Reason behind that is, guys, because if you see, if you are picking so many modules, right, then you are basically, right, allowing the interviewer to fire, right, so many arrows at you. I'll tell you an example. I think this happens last year with us. We had one girl, actually, right? She did training with us. She was from SAP, actually, right? She came from SAP to Oracle Cloud. She did training with us, right? And she after completing the training, she started to give the interviews. Okay, what we identified is, right, when she shared the resume with us, right, she mentioned everything: manufacturing, maintenance, right, your order management, procurement. Her strongest area was procurement and order management. Okay, but what happened is she mentioned every module, right? Then interview started to ask the question from other module, right? Do not do that. In the market also, if you see, no one will be looking for a complete SCM consultant, nothing like that. Specifically, if you see here also, Oracle SCM functional consultant P2P, that is related to your procure to pay, which is there. Every company will hire specific to module wise, guys, right? So it is up to your interest, right, up to your ideology, which is the module which you choose. Okay, I leave it up to, there's no, it's right, completely in your interest altogether. I have some EBS folks which are there in the call who have, right, their base module altogether. Knowing each and every module is good thing, guys, right? But have some base module in your mind, guys. We will teach you everything, no worries, right? Just for your market perspective, make some of your backbone ones, right? Okay, these are my strongest topics, right? These are my strongest module. Know each and every module, that is good thing into the market. But make some of your, right, module as your, right, crux and the master ones which are there. Okay, that's very much important for you. Secondly, guys, I will help you in your resume preparation. Even I will take your mock interviews, guys. Not right now, not in the starting of the batch. Let's say, right, when we cover our batch, we complete our batch altogether, I will be start taking your mock interviews, guys. This mock interview will help you a lot, guys. Okay, reason is, right, it will be like a, right, real-time project scenario, a real-time, right, interview scenario, right? So I can give you, right, pros and cons accordingly how your interview went, right? So that will help you into the market. First thing, I will help you in your resume preparation, guys, right? Once your batch gets over, you will be sharing your resume. I'll help you to prepare your resume also, guys, right? How to include SCM terminology, right? So that it will help you into the market. Secondly, guys, the folks which, right, are currently working on cloud project itself, who are ongoing cloud project, I will help you in that perspective also, guys. Let's say you are working in a cloud project or a cloud project is coming into your company, guys, right? Be in contact with us. We'll help you in that perspective also, guys. Okay, so basically, right, it's an overall help which we provide. Secondly, guys, multiple documents will be shared with you during the course time. Let me share my screen. Okay, once you register with the course, guys, okay, you'll be getting this cloud instance sheet with you. Okay, this is basically the practice instance which are there, right? These are 24 hours 7 available with you. At any point of time you want to do the practice, right, you can do that. The reason good about this is, let's say, I know, right, you guys are working in a project, sometimes it becomes tough, right? You have some dependency, right? Project is at a very high rate right now, right? So what happens is you do not get time to practice. I completely agree with that. Okay, so what you can do is, right, these are 24 hours 7 available in your instance which are there. Practice on Saturday, Sunday, practice on Friday, right? Up to you, whenever you want to practice it up. Okay, at any point of time, any of the instance you can do. I'll be very open, you can destroy this instance also, no issues with us. Okay, because we refresh the instance, right? It's like an open playground in front of you. Okay, daily basis when I'll be giving you homeworks, guys. Okay, that homeworks will be right helpful. You will be practicing, so I can like after the batch I can review your homeworks all together. Okay, also do remember, guys, I completely understand that you're working profession. If you're not able to do the homeworks, no issues. Okay, utilize Saturday Sunday in that perspective. Okay, secondly, guys, we'll be supplying you some sample resume. Okay, that will help you in that perspective. Okay, sample resumes also will supply. Real-time project documents also I'll be supplying it to you, right? Around I have, right, very much, let's say 50,000, I think I have around 1,500 or 1,600 documents which are there. At maximum, whichever documents which we can give you guys, right, that will help you. Okay,
Okay.
you can refer them, right? That will be very important for you.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, guys, or your cloud dumps which are there, right, the examination dumps also which are there, that also will supply you. Okay, right, which are the
Okay.
latest dumps which are there. So no need to pay any extra money, guys, anywhere outside, guys. Okay, our dumps are universally accepted, and which are the new latest one which is there. Okay, that also will supply you. Okay, so this
Yeah,
is latest.
latest dumps are important. Yeah. And
Correct,
how
correct.
about the AI stuff? Like
We'll cover that
now
also. Definitely
AI
will.
is
That's
AI,
part of our
agentic
training.
AI.
Correct,
Okay.
because if you see cloud now, AI has come into practice. Artificial intelligence has
Correct.
come into practice, right? So not only your AI, your ML, everything will be covering it up to the training. Okay. Yeah.
Right, right, right.
I'll take a pause at this stage, guys. Right, Praful, Anisha, Geeta, Kumar. Any question which you have, guys? Any point?
And Varun, this will be just 1 hour every day
Yeah,
or
one
two
hour every
hours?
day. 1 hour every day. Right.
1 hour.
So Monday to Friday, every 1 hour. Yeah,
Okay,
every day
okay,
1 hour.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think yes, Smita, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. You're saying something?
Yeah, actually, as I told you that I have basically a technical background. So how can I like sell myself as a functional
I'll
professional?
help you.
Like what are the experiences I will be showing and how I will be showing that
This is
in
where I'll help
exactly.
you out, Smita, right? So if you see, right, we'll cover a real-time project into the call altogether, right? Let's say we cover inventory management, order management. We'll cover a real-time project, live project example in front of you, right? So this project you can mention in your corresponding, right, resume which is there, okay? And we'll be teaching you from the base level. It's not like directly I'll be using the terms, right? Directly going, okay, let's see the P2P cycle. No, that's not the case, right? Starting from the base, what is purchase order, what is requisition agreement, right? To the base you'll be studying with me, right? How to formulate your resume, right? I'll help you in that perspective. How to represent yourself into the market as a consultant, functional perspective, right? I'll help you in that. Okay, getting my point, Smita?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, any other question, Anisha, Kumar, from
Yeah,
your end?
I have a question.
Go ahead,
Like
go
you
ahead.
said, you will be covering PDH and inventory management.
Huh.
So will you also cover PIM and PD?
Sorry, come again, Anisha.
As you said, you will be covering PDH in
Huh.
inventory management. So you
Huh.
will also cover PIM and
Yeah, definitely. PIM is there, product information management, right? That's will entirely cover.
PD.
PD, yeah, definitely, that's there. Product development, both of them are there by default.
Yeah.
If you see, inventory management covers everything, right? PIM,
Mhm.
PDH, PD, right? Product development, concept design, ideas, this will all come, don't worry. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
no worries, no worries. Any other question? Yeah, Praful, you are saying something?
Yeah, what I was saying is like
Mhm.
I have a few projects in my entire career. I worked few projects in
Uh-huh.
procurement and few projects in order management.
Mhm.
But let's say right now, if the openings is in procurement, but current project is order management,
That will not matter.
right?
No, that will not matter
Yeah,
in the
the
company
interviewer
perspective.
says that, okay, oh, you last 2 years you working in order management. I wanted procurement
No,
experience,
that will not
latest
happen, buddy.
experience.
No, that will not happen,
Okay,
buddy. Not never it will happen, right? It's not like your previous experience does not matter. That's never the case. Okay. Let's say, right,
okay.
your if you see, right, let's say your previous experience is any other ERP also, that will also
Mm,
matter. Okay, because industry does not
okay,
changes, right? Yes, your mode of implementation is getting changes, right? That's the only change which is
okay.
there. So your previous experience, that always will matter. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, and sometimes they said, okay, you have only EBS experience in this, not cloud experience.
This is where we'll
That
help you.
matters,
Correct, that
right? That
matters. That
matters.
that matters. Yeah, correct.
Right, right, right.
No worries.
So procurement, if I'm putting procurement, then I should show all the P2P related models, as well
Exactly.
as if I say order to cash, I should show all the order management
Yep,
and
yep.
so APAR on all those.
Correct. Yep.
So that will not give a bad rating to the resume, right? because
No.
it's a lot: procurement, order management, AP,
No, that's what
AR,
I told you,
GL.
right? It's not like that you have to mention everything in your resume. Not required. Choose 3 module as your base one, whichever you want to choose. Generally, folks select procurement, order management, inventory. Some folks select work order management, procurement, inventory. So choose 3 module, right? As per your, right, whichever you like. That's more than enough for your interviews.
So
Okay.
in P2P and order to cash, which one I should select? Order management, procurement, that's the one. And the financials
No,
related
not
to
required.
that?
Procurement, order management, inventory you choose. That's better.
Okay, inventory. Okay, got it. Okay,
No worries. Any
makes
other
sense.
question, guys? Kumar, Sad, right from your end, Santosh from your end.
Also, I would like
So
to know like which is the high demand module in SCM.
Right now, if you see, right, Nisha, right, order management is very high at boom, right? That's for sure, right? Manufacturing is at high boom. I'll not say procurement is not at high boom. Reason is, right, procurement we have consultant, to be very open, right? In market, procurement consultant are there, right? Costing, order management. These are the two ones which are at the highest boom right now into the market. Okay. Procurement is also there. It's not, I'll not say that it's not there at the moment. It's as a mid level right now. Okay. But order management has little bit surpassed it a lot, actually, right? It has come at the first rating. OM is right at the first, second comes your, right, specifically costing, third is your procurement. That's the thing. If you ask me from the rating perspective.
And if we consider like PLM, Oracle Cloud PLM,
Uh,
which includes this PIM, PD, and
Product life
that's
cycle
in,
management.
yeah.
that's completely in your
So,
inventory only. We'll teach it up, right? Because
so
inventory will
is
be
that
always
in a
there.
boom or like it is gone?
Sorry, come
Because
again, Nisha.
is it in a demand or it's
Yeah,
nowhere
definitely.
now?
Definitely
Is
it is
it?
there. PLM, without PLM, you cannot live. Right? That's not possible itself, right? That's why I was saying, if you see, whenever I was picking 3 module, inventory, I almost everywhere I picked it up because inventory is something which is related to everything, right? Product is something you'll find it in OM also, procurement also, manufacturing also, maintenance also, right? So if you know PLM, if you know PDH, right, that is add-on advantage altogether, right? That's for sure. That is also at always it will be at the boom. You're getting my point, right, Anisha? It will
Yeah,
be always there. There's no comparison of PLM altogether. If you see, any procurement guy should know PLM, any order management guy should know PLM. Inventory is required in that perspective. Getting my point, right?
yeah,
Right. So it's not like that PLM has got out of the picture, life cycle management, because if you see, that's the starting point. In our training also, we first teach, right, your product life cycle management, inventory management, then we go to other topic, correct? Because that's your base, right? And if you see in this all thing, right, your inventory management will take the lotus, right, most of the time actually, apart from other modules which is there. You're getting my point, right? Because that's a
yeah,
base, that's a crust which is there. Okay.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. No
And
worries.
Varun, you
I
will also share the history,
Sorry, come
cloud
again.
history. Will you share the cloud
Yeah,
history?
definitely, for sure. That's for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
When this order management related modules got stable in Fusion,
It's been around 2 years, 2 to 3 years,
almost.
right? OMS now becomes completely stable. Earlier it was not there, right? Before
Right, right, right.
2020 it was not there, but now it
I
has
think
come.
initial it was HR and then
Correct,
procurement and then procurement got stable in 2017 almost, right?
correct. Yep.
Oh, okay. So
Procurement
this is
becomes
just
stable
2 years.
very initially itself. No, it's with that. Yes, Santosh, you're
Okay.
saying something?
so right now if we are working on EBS project,
Hmm.
right, but in the resume we need to show like fusion projects uh, for interview purposes. Right?
Okay.
Or in the
That's not
interview, if they
required.
ask like what fusion project.
No, I'll tell you what happens, Santosh, here is, right. Generally, if you see, when you get calls from HRs, now what happens is, let's say you did training with me right now. Yeah, let's say you've not done on any of the till now. Let's take, right. You have not done any cloud project. What happens is your HR generally asks you, right, do you have any experience of at least one cloud implementation project, right? That's for sure. Any company, if you go into the market, they will ask you this, right, same question which is there. Now, what happens is, this is where we come into picture for you, right? You'll do a live project with me during the course training, right? We'll basically, right, will be like a shadow who will be working with me on a shadow resource altogether. The examples which I give you, I'll first teach you the live project, right, task, I'll give it to you, right? So you'll get that task altogether. Real time project you'll be doing with me, because we have an ongoing project, will be like a shadow to me, right? No one will be introducing you to the client, nothing like that, right? You'll be working on a live project with me. If you see, this is a part of your training which has been mentioned by us, right? Live project experience. Okay. So this project which is there, guys, right, you can mention it in your resume that you have worked on it, right? When you do to the company, no one will ask you who was your client, right? What was the client? We'll give you the client name also, but we'll not introduce you to the client, right? You will be doing the project as a background in front of me. Okay. I'll get the requirement from them, right? I'll ask you to do it. Okay. This is where we come into pictures. You're getting my point, Santosh, now. Is it clear?
Right. So in the resume, we don't have to mention like
You have
that
to
we.
mention that you have done one cloud implementation. After the training, you will definitely mention, because you will do a real-time project with us. Okay.
Okay.
That's part of your training. Your live project is a part of your training. Okay. So you'll be working like a shadow with me during the training, right? I'll be taking the requirement from the client. I'll be giving to you. You will do it in front of me. Okay. Real-time project requirement will be there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And the duration is like 3 months, right? This total.
Instance duration, which is there, is it? Instance you are
I mean
asking,
the
or the
course
training you are
duration.
asking? Course generally we take around 41 session, right? 41 to 42 session we generally require, right? That will be more than enough, right? But if required, we need to
Okay.
extend it, we do it up. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
There's no limitation, Santosh, to be very honest. But to be on a calculative perspective, we have been taking this batch, right? From it's been around 6 years altogether. Generally, it takes 42 to 41 to 42 session. But if sometime it's required more, we'll do that. Okay, no worries on that.
Okay.
So I'll take a pause at this stage, guys, right? Let's meet tomorrow. We'll continue our discussion. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, folks. Thanks for joining the session, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you, guys. Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, guys. Thanks a lot,
Thank
guys.
you.